the women's discipleship, I did it about 3 years ago. And the single most important thing that I pulled away from it was how to shift your focus away from worthless things, how to reprioritize what I'm striving for, what I'm putting my energy, what I'm putting my thoughts and my just my entire being into. A lot of times it's really easy to lose focus and we start pursuing and striving for the worthless things, and we forget the things that the Lord has placed in front of us that we're supposed to treasure. So Psalms 119:37 talks about, turn my eyes away from worthless things and revive me in your way. And I really feel like that verse just kind of encompasses my heart for where I am right now in my life. I know it's really easy, especially coming to church and with COVID and everything, to just kind of be a face in the crowd, to just kind of isolate yourself. And the enemy loves to prey on that. He loves to make you feel like you're alone. And women's discipleship is our way to push back against that feeling, to rise up and go with one another through the hardships that we have to face, through our hard times, and not just put on a brave face, because we don't have to do that. We can be ourselves and we can truly be there for one another. And that's something that is so beautiful that I think that a lot of times we settle for something that's not supposed to be the way that it is. And so if you're feeling like that, I really encourage you to be a part of this women's discipleship, because it truly will change your life.
And for me, women's discipleship was an incredible experience. It really opened my eyes to what it means to be a godly wife and a godly mother, and what that role looks like in our home. It helped for me to make our home a sanctuary where we can come home and leave the chaos at the door and feel rested and find peace and dwell with God. It helped me to form relationships with women that I had not had before. Being that I typically work in the children's ministry a good bit and volunteer there, I was able to actually meet women that serve in other areas of our church, and I loved that. And it took a lot of commitment, being that I had to set those days aside each month and make sure that I am doing my homework and being committed to that, but it was well worth it, and it really changed our family life and our home as it became less chaotic and more peaceful, and really made me want to dig deeper into the Word and grow closer to the Lord.
Guys, I'm Danielle, and I just wanted to share a little bit about my thoughts on Crosspoint's Women's Discipleship. I signed up for discipleship after hearing about it from a friend, and when I did not know exactly what I was getting myself into, to be honest. I thought it would be like another small group, but thankfully it was not. This discipleship has really changed my heart and changed my life completely. And when you show up, you will crave it. You will crave it more and more each time, and you will have the best friendships that will develop. You will come alongside your sisters in Christ to have raw, authentic, open, transparent conversations, and you will grow in your faith and be challenged, which is such a good thing. You will learn about your biblical role as a woman and all the things that can entail, and just kind of how to prioritize that in heavenly order. And for me personally, that has changed my perspective on how I view my family, how I view myself, how I view work. All those things have changed significantly since completing discipleship. And God has really just used it to tell me and show me that I need to prioritize my time with Him. Because before, I don't think that anybody can say their relationship is exactly where they want it to be. But I know that mine was not either, and I was not making the time with the Lord a priority. And now I crave it, and now I know what it's like to come into intimate fellowship with Him and live the abundant life that He's calling us to.
Friends, this is Meredith Mitchell. Today I just wanted to take a moment to talk with you about women's discipleship at Crosspoint Community Church and my experience with it. A couple of years ago, I knew that God was calling me into something deeper. So when the opportunity came for me to participate in women's discipleship, I knew that was it. I can say to this day that I am still seeing the fruits of that experience, and it has been absolutely life-changing for me and for my entire family. Our home life has always been really good, but once I started really getting deep, I realized that God wanted great for us, and that's what we were led to. Our home has become our sanctuary. It has become the place where God dwells with us. We're seeing things from His perspective, and He is at the heart of our home. I'm loving my husband well, my children well, and embracing the role that God has set before me as a wife and as a mother. So I would just say to you, can I encourage you, if you're looking for something a little bit deeper, would you prayerfully consider women's discipleship? And if you would like to have a chat, come find me. I'll be happy to talk with you. Thanks. Bye.
My name is Angel Hadaway. I'm a wife of an amazing man, a mother of 3 precious girls, a follower of Jesus Christ, and someone who's very passionate about women's discipleship. But you see, I haven't always been that way. I wasn't raised in church, and I didn't come to know the Lord until I was in my 20s. But often what I realized was that I wasn't very confident about what that meant to be a Christian. Who was I in Christ? Until the year of 2005, when I was discipled. And that was a year that I purposed to seek after this life called Christian and what that was about. And there's a quote that I absolutely love that sums this up. And it says, we receive salvation upon request, but we receive satisfaction by seeking the Father. You see, receiving Christ in your heart is only part of the process. The other part is purposing to seek after God. And I learned this through women's discipleship. And it has been a part of my life for over 15 years now. But discipleship and growing in the Lord can take place in many ways. And it really just comes down to what season of life are you in. We grow in the Lord by becoming a part of a church, going to Bible study, being in a small group, discipleship, and many other ways. The point of it is are we purposing to seek after the Father? Ladies, what I wanted to offer you and make you aware of is that I'm starting another women's discipleship program here at Cross Point. This is my 3rd year. And so I just wanted to make you aware that January the 24th, we are having an orientation. It will be upstairs in the women's ministry room at 5 o'clock. This orientation is not for you to commit to this. I want to make sure that you are thoroughly informed. So this is an orientation to find out all the information that you could possibly need to know before you make the commitment to be a part of this women's discipleship. And there is a commitment level, and we'll go into great detail about that. So if this is something you think that you're even remotely interested in, I welcome you and invite you to come and sit and be a part of our orientation on January the 24th at 5 o'clock.